Hi everyone, welcome back to Infinite Lifetime Sutra. I'm your host Angelina. So during the last episode, we have already spoken in depth about the 16 Bodhisattvas who were attending the Infinite Lifetime Sutra Dhamma talk given by our Lord Gautama Buddha back in 2000 over years ago. Okay, so we shall continue with the sutra. So after all the names of the 16 Bodhisattvas, there is 贤供尊修普贤大师之德，具足无量行愿，安住一切功德法中，犹不十方，行权方便，入佛法藏，究竟彼岸。Okay, for today we will look at this phrase itself, these few lines itself. Okay, so 贤 okay, this entire phrase, if we were to translate it literally, it is about all these bodhisattvas are actually following the teachings of Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva. Okay, all 16 of them, right? Because they were also from different Dhamma worlds, okay, not just ours. So they are there. They are also following Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva's 10 vows. Okay, and because of this, their merits and their will, their heart, and everything are the same, just like Pusi and Pusa, just like Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva. If let's say you take on the vow and you do like them, you are also the same as Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva. Okay, so all this they have already achieved because of the aeons of practices. They have also achieved the ability to teach the Dharma, to be able to move around effortlessly. Okay, it looks effortless, but actually because they have transcended the limits. Okay, root for Fatan, anytime they are able to go into the Dharma itself, right? 究竟彼岸 means that they have already transcended things that are beyond our understanding as humans. Okay, we shall look at them one by one. So together, okay, all these together, when we're talking about the 10 vows of Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, what are they actually? Okay, if you behave like Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, you take on the 10 vows like Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, then you are Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva. If you take on the vow like Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, Disan Pusa, then you are Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva. Okay, if you were to take on a vow like our Avalokitesvara Kuan Shu Pusa, then you are Avalokitesvara. Okay, so in all the representations, the 16 that we were talking about during the last episode, okay, during the last Dhamma talk, we're talking about the different qualities of the different bodhisattvas, and each of them carry a distinct quality by themselves, okay, being spelled out to us because this is how they want us to be aware of. They want us to be able to recognize ourselves with these qualities that they have. So it is not that their name is like this, okay, we recognize them as this, right? Like for example, if we look at earlier I spoke about Maitreya. Okay, Maitreya Bodhisattva, Maitreya Buddha. So Maitreya itself comes from the word metta. Metta means loving kindness. Metta means compassion. Metta simply means love. So you can imagine if, let's say, during the time when Maitreya Buddha comes up, it will be all about love. Okay, it's all about compassion. It's all about the universal kind of love, not your mundane kind of love that is like your love boy girl relationship. It's nothing like that. It is beyond that. It's even more than what the mundane love about parent and child. It's actually even more than that. Okay, it is the ability to be able to embrace those people who are different from us, those people who are in natural sense, okay, in normal sense in our society, especially now, the people that we despise, okay, the people that we think are rubbish in society. You are with your universal love, you are also able to embrace them because of one reason. inside they are also Buddhas. Inside they are naturally Buddha, just like you and I, but each of us are actually here based on our ignorance, the very first ignorance, and based on the karma. That's why we are stuck here in this life. Okay, so there are a lot of references. Okay, like 观世音菩萨 Avalokitesvara. Why did the people name him 观世音? Okay, 观 is the observation, 世音 the world's sound. Okay, so when we talk about how people learn, a lot of people will actually learn more based on sound. Okay, like for example, if you were to look at what's happening around here now, a lot of people are opting for things like podcasts to do the learning. Okay, a lot of people, when you are, I don't know about who else, but when I was younger and I was studying in the school, I will have music in my ears and I'm studying and reading at the same time, and still I'm able to absorb. Okay, when I was in the university, I was with this voluntary work, right? The university library asks who wants to sign up to be a voluntary reader for the blind. Okay, so I volunteered, I signed my name, and what they do is that when the assigned time, okay, you have an appointment with one of the blind students, and then we go into a room with that the Morse code uh, typewriter, and then or the recorder, and then he will tell, can you please read this book for me, okay, of between these pages and these pages. And then what you do is that you just read them accordingly, read them for this blind person to be able to hear and absorb and understand. Okay, so apparently it is one of the ways that people will learn. Okay, when you are a baby, how do you learn your first words? When you're a baby, your first words will actually be what you hear those people around you say, right? So this is how people learn. So 观世音, so the moment that the Avalokitesvara he hears the cries of the people, he will approach them to help them. Okay, observing the sounds of the world. Okay, so that's why when you read the Pumenping, okay, when there is any disaster, all there only needs to be one person, okay, who will cry out with utmost sincerity, cry out to Guanshuin Pusa, to Avalokitesvara, and ask for help, sincere help. Then not only is this person going to be saved, it is that the entire crew around within the same disaster will be saved. Okay, so there is such a thing. And then if you were to talk about like Dizangwan Pusa, okay, what was his vow? His vow was that he will not become a Buddha until all hells are cleared. So if you, after you have read the Sutra on the Siddhikapa Bodhisattva of Dizangwan Pusa Ben Yuan Jing, okay, after you have read that sutra, and then after that you think that the hell people are very pitiful, you want to help them as well. Okay, you probably may even want to take a vow of going down there after your this lifetime extinguished, and you want to be seated there together with Siddhikapa Bodhisattva to preach, to help these people, to teach them, to guide them until it is time for their incarnation. Okay, then you are also Siddhikapa Bodhisattva. Okay, you are the same as him, no different. Okay, so for all these people who were the 16 Bodhisattvas specifically mentioned in non-specific terms, that means if let's say you are resonating with this, okay, you are one who protects your own you're one who protects the Dharma, for example. Okay, you are one who upholds the Dharma and protects the Dharma and makes sure all these things that you're doing, right, you are helping to protect to make sure that the Dharma continues to go on, then you're actually a Baochuang Pusa. Okay, of course there are other qualities, like you cannot just claim that, oh, I do this so that's why I'm a Bodhisattva. No, not that. Okay, there's a lot of other things. You have to follow the 10 vows of Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, okay, to be able to achieve what they are achieving. Okay, you cannot just claim one and then think that you are the similar as them. Okay, it's only that that particular quality is same as them, but you are still not them, because you have not taken that vow of Bodhisattva, and you have not practiced the Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva kind of 10 vows practice. Okay, so in all sense of it, if let's say you're the same as Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, so he had vowed, okay, with the 10 vows, he had also the last one, 普结回向. Okay, that means he dedicated all his merits over to the sharing of merits towards going back to Pure Land, towards attaining Buddhahood. Okay, so his attainment of Buddhahood is actually by the chant of Amitabha and going to Pure Land. Okay, if you look at this very carefully, that means all 16 of the named bodhisattvas over here, representing the 16 different ways of conduct, is resonating with the 10 Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva vows, and all of them have taken a vow to return to Pure Land to follow Amitabha. So they are all following that path where you chant Amitabha. Okay, in fact, the chant of Amitabha, what is A? Okay, infinite, Mito, for. Okay, Mito, infinite, you can call it infinite life, infinite lifespan, infinite light, infinite everything. Okay, it's the perfection. It is the level where there is no beginning and no end, because your real Buddha inside, there is no beginning and there is no end. The only beginning and the only end is the right in between, where you are governed by your own karma to have a birth, to have a maturity, to have a disease, to have a death. Okay, so there is this thing in between which is impermanent. So when it's impermanent, then it is not real. Okay, it is untrue. In fact, if we were to look at it at a very micro level, all things happening to you right now, today, is also unreal, including your job, including your family, including everything there is in this mundane world. Okay, because none of them are permanent, everything is impermanent. So what do you do with things that are impermanent? They are constantly changing, and if it's something that is constantly changing, how can it ever be real? Okay, so it is not real. So why do you want to take it so seriously? Like, for example, some people, I have watched one influencer. Okay, he made a really good summing up video. Okay, in one of his many videos, he just made a conclusion. He said, when I was younger, I thought that if I don't go to the university, my life is screwed. Okay, but after he grew up and he indeed did not manage to get into university, did his life screw up? Actually, no. He still survived. He got other jobs, and he also got his own business, and he's also an influencer. So if he thinks that, oh, if I don't get married by a certain age, my life is screwed, right? But indeed, he did not get married at a certain age, and then the age has passed and long gone, and did his life screw up? Was it the end of the world? Actually, no. Okay, life continues on, and there are other things that you have to do. Like, for example, today, if let's say, okay, I have seen many instances, all right, people who are hardworking, they work very hard, they do many things, and yet they are not being given that kind of reward, I would say. But is that the end of it? Actually, no. If let's say they don't get rewarded for what they are doing over here in this place where they are burning their karma, after they have finished paying off their past karma, then they move on to another place to continue either reaping or burning more karma. Okay, so you can imagine all these events that are happening are actually an avenue for us to burn our karma, either burn the good karma or to burn the bad karma. When you burn the good karma, that means you are receiving. Okay, you are just eating the stale rice of your past good deeds. And if you are burning bad karma, that means you are only being punished. Okay, you will say that it is a punishment, or maybe it is a payback time for you to pay off all the debts that you have accumulated in your past lifetime, and returning to the people so that they can treat you the same way. And if they treated you the same way and you hold a revenge inside your heart, then please be assured that your next lifetime, it will continue that way. Okay, so if you do not want it to be continued that way, just let go. Okay, let it go. Like the Disney song, let it go, right? Let it go. You don't take the revenge. Very soon the karma will be paid off, and then you won't have any residue in your next life that you need to pay to this bunch of people. Okay, so you are free to explore, free to go to other places. And when you have become so free at the end of the day that the mundane are no longer affecting you, okay, those that are within your circle of this existence, the earth, the human existence, they have already completed, then what do? You can actually elevate yourself to go into the next one. What is the next one? You have paid off all your worldly debts. Now we go into the unworldly debts. Okay, maybe you have already paid off everything and you are left with the very good fortune and you are able to go ascend into a heaven world. Okay, when you ascend into a heaven world, you are also burning off your karma. You're burning off your good karma. You enjoy the luxuries over there, you enjoy the longevity over there, but it does not mean that it is permanent. Okay, after you have extinguished your karma over there, you will still be dropping down and you'll still need to continue paying your debts. Okay, remember in my past episode, I can't remember if it was last one or the one before the last one, you will just be coming down level by level. Okay, it is not easy to go up, but it's very easy to come down. Okay, so being like that, okay, all of them actually have the same kind of conduct, the same kind of vow like Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, so they also have the same kind of wishes and they have the same kind of practices. Okay, what are the 10 practices? You can go back and watch the previous few episodes, the 10 episodes of my this Infinite Lifetime Sutra, where we looked at every individual vow, okay, very carefully, right up from the first to the last vow. Okay, so 具足无量行愿, okay, when we are talking about 具足无量行愿, that means they are able to, okay, they're able to have that kind of merits. Okay, they are, because of the practice, they have accumulated so much merit that they are able to have the fortune to go to attend the Buddha's Dharma talk. Okay, you need that kind of fortune, that kind of karma, the ripening of it to allow you to go into such talks. Okay, if you're associated with people, okay, that is a small matter, that is just past karma. Okay, you just have that association karma. Like for example, if you were to today you will if you were to go out and you meet somebody who happens to be a celebrity and you become friends and all those things, there's nothing special to it actually. Okay, it is only because there is this kind of past association in your past life that you have become that. Because if you were to look at it, they are also human. They are not any subhuman or supernatural deities or whatever. They are still the same, even if they are deities. Okay, you have to remember your association with the deities, with the devas and whatever else, right? They are also due to past karmic existence. Okay, you have a past karmic association with them. It does not make you any special, it does not make you any lesser than them. They are also subjected to all this coming and going, the impermanence of life. Okay, but if you want to go to attend all this, the Dharma talk by the Buddha themselves, you need to accumulate exceptional good karma. Okay, that kind of good merits. And that is why the Pure Land, Infinite Lifetime Sutra, teaching the practice of Amitabha Buddha to go to Pure Land is a very special Dharma. Okay, because all the other Buddha worlds, as I've said earlier in the previous video, okay, all the other Buddha worlds, they will require you to burn off all your bad karma before you can actually come into their Buddha world to enjoy listening and learning from their Dharma talk. Okay, not everyone, it is utterly useless for you to go to a Dharma talk if your karma is not ready, if you don't have that accumulated merits, because even if you go there, you will not be able to understand. Okay, you will feel like you are asking a kindy child to go into the university and listen to all these people talk. You can't make head and tails of it. Okay, it doesn't make sense to you. You will only feel that, oh, it's so pressured, it's so difficult. You will just have depression. Okay, but if you accumulated that kind of karma, and then you'll be able to understand, it's just like, your 弟子规. Okay, the basic morality is just like your kindergarten or primary school, kindergarten lah. And then when you go over to a primary school, it's Theravada Buddhism. They teach you basic meditation. They want you to know how to focus and to be able to, live in the present. And then once you're able to take care of yourself, okay, you practice until you're able to take care of yourself, then you move on to secondary school. Okay, you graduate from one, you go to the other one, where you go into Mahayana Buddhism. Mahayana Buddhism encourages you to not only take care of yourself, but also to take care of the people. And then going beyond Mahayana Buddhism, okay, going beyond your mundane as a human, practicing to try to become a Bodhisattva, you take on the Bodhisattva vow, and then you, with all aeons of your good merits and your practices and your cultivation, okay, remember, every single lifetime you're going to forget every single thing, so it feels like you have to start over and over again. So you need that kind of karma, that kind of merits that allows you to have a long life, so that you can remember what you are doing. Go beyond the cycles of existence, go beyond the 6 realms of existence, go beyond the 10 realms of existence, and then only you'll be able to have a continuous lifespan. It's not even a continuous lifespan, it's just a very infinite lifespan, where you remember everything, where you get to see what was your past life, what was your present life. You get to see other people, how were they in the past, who were they in the past, how are they associated with you in the past, what did they do in the past, and what are they in the current. And sometimes you may want to even look at what is the future. Okay, so Bodhisattvas and Buddhas alike, the moment that they see that a practitioner is very ardent in the practice and would like to go to Pure Land, okay, they are blessed. They are taken care of by all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas all around them. Okay, because why? They are protecting this person who has taken the initiative and the vow to protect him from the evil ones, so that he can cultivate, he can easily absorb the teachings, and won't lose that spot in the university, in the Pure Land University. Okay, they will try to protect you. Okay, in fact, it is stated in the Infinite Lifetime Sutra. Okay, anyone who is actually taking on this wish, this desire to be born in Pure Land, will be taken care of by the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Okay, so you see, there is a protection over there, and most of it is actually due to your excellent karma. Okay, the moment you drop from this desire, from this vow, to you start getting worldly again, then one by one, this accumulation of the bad merit, okay, the bad karma, may actually cause the inability of your own karma to receive the protection and the blessings of these good beings. Okay, it's not their fault, it's your own fault. Everything is your own fault. You have to remember that nobody is going to kill and push you in hell. Okay, nobody is punishing you in hell. You are punishing yourself in hell. Like, if you were to listen to the hell talks, I have not done the hell scenes talk for a few episodes now. Well, okay, if you were to look at the Helsing's talk, I have repeated several times that the hell itself is not something that you are being punished into. That place was not created by some evil warlords that are trying to torture you. Okay, those punishment that you encounter, okay, in the different hells, are actually the very punishment that you have created upon yourself based on your karma. Okay, so similarly, instead of flipping to the instead of flipping to the hell side of things, now we look at the human side of things. We look at the Amitabha side of things. Okay, you will actually be cultivating and creating those opportunities for you to be have the good fortune to meet up with good people. Okay, the karma will lead you to good people. The karma will, your karma, your practice, your cultivation, and everything will lead you to people who will help you and protect you along the way as you practice. Okay, so the 16 um, Bodhisattvas, they are all these. Okay, they are practicing the Buddha Dharma, they are practicing the 10 vows of Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, and they themselves are actually in the same level like him because of the practice. Okay, their perfection is nothing less than him, their practice is nothing less than him. Okay, you have to remember that. Okay, they are in par, they are peers. Okay, so when you're talking about something important over here, okay, anju. Okay, previously I've already, in the previous talk, we're talking about the term anju. An mean peacefully observe. Okay, be the focus. Focus on what? Focus on the practice of only one thing. Okay, the focus of practicing the chant of Amitabha. Okay, focus everything. Okay, no other thoughts, no other desires. You don't think about, oh, I want to take this course just to be able to get this kind of salary. I want to be a billionaire by what age. I want to be able to have my own business. I want to be financial independent by what age, what age, and whatever not. Okay, you don't think about that when you are chanting Amitabha. You if you have that wooden fish like me over here. Okay, I have a wooden fish because I wear the Tibetan robe. Okay, I have a Buddhist robe, and previously while I was in Tibetan practices, I also attended funerals to um, give prayers wearing those robes. Okay, so whether or not you have a wooden fish, it doesn't matter, but you probably, some of you can actually buy very inexpensively. They are very cheap these days, the prayer beads. Okay, so a lot of times, if let's say you are a beginner, you can use the prayer beads to pace yourself to make sure that you just go through the entire cycle. Okay, to create a habit, to cultivate a habit. But in all, you can also practice the way that our master Shin Kong had already taught us so many times in his videos. Okay, the 9 times chant of Amitabha, 10 each time chant 10. Okay, Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. Okay, 10 times within a single breath without any weird thoughts. Okay, no need to think of anything. And on one side, as you chant, on the other side, you will be able to know that, oh, 10 is easy to count, right? 10 is very easy to count. In a very short while, you will know that you have already reached 10. And then you restart into 1. Okay, don't go into 11, don't go into 100. You just keep on going with the 10. Because inside the 48 vows of Amitabha Buddha, he already said, if let's say anybody who actually just aspires and just chant my name 10 times, okay, full-heartedly, okay, remember it has to be fully focused, one mind, fully focused without any other thoughts. Okay, one mind fully focused, and you chant it 10 times, you are already, your antenna has reached Amitabha's channel. Okay, so your seed is being planted. The more you chant, the bigger your lotus seed will be. And then at the time when your lifetime expires, then Amitabha will bring your lotus flower and come and receive you, and then to bring you over, migrating over to Pure Land. Okay, you don't die when you go over there. Okay, other people die. Our people, upon the extinguishing of their current body, they die. Okay, they die in the sense that they get pulled. Okay, their soul and their body is separated, so their soul goes to King Yama's hell, and then they go into the first hall. They have to look at all the sins that they have created in the past, right? And after that, they have to go through the cycles of rebirth. But when you go over to Pure Land, it's a migration. Okay, you don't die. You go there fully aware. You go there fully remembering everything you have done in this life, and you also have the fortune of knowing everything you have done in your previous lives. Okay, not only your own, but also to those people around you, what they have done in their past 500 lifetimes, what they have done in the past innumerable lifetimes, yourself, your own lifetimes, their lifetimes, their association with you in the past. All right, everything. Okay, you go there fully aware and fully awake. It's not a death. Okay, you don't die when you go to Pure Land. That is how it is. So when we're talking about all these things, okay, they are, when you go to Amitabha's Pure Land, you are able to go beyond time and space. Okay, there is no limitation to your body anymore, and then you can transcend beyond time and space. So you are probably, if let's say today you become a disciple of the Amitabha Buddha and you end up in Pure Land, you may be one of those people that are being mentioned in the sutra. Okay, that's being read over here right now. You just go back to that at one time, okay, unknowingly to you right now, but you can go back to that one time when he was talking about this sutra. That's the magic of it, right? And then at the same time, you can be in other Buddha worlds. Okay, you can be at Varochana's Buddha world. It can be at Kashyapa Buddha's Buddha world. Okay, you can be anywhere at all. If as long as you are like, oh, there is a Buddha, I'm going to pay obeisance to the Buddha. I just split. Okay, at one go, you can split to so many different um, splittings, go to so many different places, and then at the same time listening to so many different dhammas and benefiting from it. So you see how magical the Amitabha Buddha's world is, right? The Pure Land world is really exceptional. Okay, so when you go into all this, okay, remember about the 10 vows of Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva. So you can also, because of your practices and your ability, okay, you can actually be helping other people based on what their needs are. That is a bodhisattva's full-time job, I will say. Okay, you don't go around helping based on your own selfishness or doing things based on your own selfishness. You don't have any other desires. You're just helping other people. You don't have any other job, only one job, that is to become a Buddha. Okay, so you are in the training, you're in the practice of becoming a Buddha to dispel off the last ignorance that you have when you're a Bodhisattva at Pure Land. Okay, so we are, when we talk about that part, okay, 入佛法藏, okay, uh, there are a lot of when we talk about all these abilities, we're also talking about the supernatural ability. Like just now I was saying, the moment you go there, then you'll be able to know all the thoughts, all the past lives and everything. In fact, everything that you're thinking about in right now, okay, as you listen to this, it is known by the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Okay, they know your thoughts. Okay, how do they know your thoughts? It's because you are one with them, not many. Okay, you are, I'm not sure if, let's say, there are any meditators or any practitioners listening to this Dhamma talk right now, but sometimes you seem to be able to um, get that kind of sixth sense. So, okay, people call it a sixth sense as to what is going to happen next. Okay, sixth sense as to what the other person is thinking about. Okay, it's not about the observation. Okay, it is nothing about just like how you read people or all those mundane skills, but it's just that when you quietly sit, okay, with your focus, with your ability to concentrate, be at the moment, you can actually hear intrinsically what the other person is thinking about. Okay, some people think that it is like you know like how like how husbands and wives can tune into each other's thoughts. Okay, like how, like for example, if let's say many times, okay, many times when my boyfriend asked me, what do you want to eat? Sometimes it is the first thing that came to mind was not something that I wanted to eat, but it is something that he wanted to eat. Okay, so it's like suddenly he just asked me, what do you want to eat? And then I said, I don't know, maybe like this thing. Not something that I want to eat. Actually, I don't know what I want to eat. I don't care what I want to eat because I can be in any shops. Okay, when I reach the shop, then I'll just look at what is there, and I will just buy and eat. But he would have something in mind that he wanted to eat. So when I blurted out, then he would say, "Oh yeah, it is also something that I have in mind that I wanted to eat." Not just once, but many, many times. But is it because we have gotten so used to each other? Actually, no. Okay. I'm just the type that does not have any preferences of what to eat. In fact, when he asked me, I just say, just go, whatever. What do you want to eat? You just go to wherever you want to eat. I will have food to eat over there. Okay, I'll be able to find something to eat, right? So, is it because you have gotten so used to the person? Not necessarily. Is it because you are a good observer? You can't tell. Okay, some of the things you really cannot tell, but it will just happen. Okay, if you become mindful and you start noticing it, it means that your mind is actually very receptive to what's going on around you. Your focus is there, so it will happen to you, and it's going to happen even more so. It will also allow you to hear and observe and be able to feel what's going on around you in the surroundings, okay, around the world. Okay, so don't be alarmed by it. Okay, it always happens when you are in tune with the universe. Okay, it is nothing to be too proud of either, because it is something that is natural. You have to just remember, you and the universe are one and not many. So when you are starting to go back to become your Buddha self, you start peeling off the layers and layers of um, pollution off. Okay, you start to peel them off. You will naturally become more in tune with the universe. It can be disturbing at first, okay, no doubt about it, but after a while, you will start getting used to it. Okay, then you get used to it. You will. Some people, they will say that they can have the predictions, premonitions of things, right? Mm, I don't know about those, but I would rather just concentrate on what we have now, right in the present. Okay. So what do we do now in the present? Okay, we try our best. We follow the Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva's teachings. We try to be good. We try to be patient. We try to be nice to people, and we chant Amitabha. Okay, 37 minutes going to be 38 minutes. So I'm going to end today's session over here with this short stance, and then next next episode we will continue with the next session following these few phases. Okay, until then we shall meet again in the next episode. Bye bye. Amitabha.